Hello and welcome. There's probably many of you out there who want to have pretty little Coquette clothing collections full of beautiful things, and maybe you're wondering, where should you start? How would this be most efficient? And for that reason, I here have collected you a piece of advice that I wish I knew before I started my own collection of cute things. It would have probably saved me a lot of money and made everything a little bit more smoother, a little bit easier. I made little notes. Can you believe I made notes? Even though I don't like making notes for videos, I just like to yap alone me. But for the sake of being a little bit more understandable, I made notes. Okay, let's start. My number one advice would be to hop onto Pinterest or Instagram and just find inspo that inspires you. Find inspo that inspires you. Find accounts that have the style of clothing you would like to have. They have pretty pieces, pretty dresses, whatever, and save those. You can do this second thing at the same time as you're finding people that inspire you, but you can also do it as a different step if you want. So after you're done with collecting inspiration and maybe made a little Pinterest board, start collecting brands from the said inspo that you found. Look, where are their clothes from? Where have they been shopping? Which brands have pieces that you enjoy? I spent countless of hours trying to Google Coquette clothing, and let me tell you, Google is not helpful on this topic. Your best bet is to search Coquette on Instagram or in Pinterest, and there you will find your things. I thought I would give you a few examples of brands that you can maybe start from. Brands that I like to shop from are Lace Made, Angel Rouge, Sugar Plum Store, Pufflex, Rose Raye, and Lunellery. Those are some great starting points. There's obviously a ton more brands, just to give you a few examples. The third point that I have you would be search from secondhand, especially from online marketplaces. And don't just go in there and write Coquette, or you can do that as well. I recommend, if you search like Coquette, I would recommend tapping like the color pink if you're looking for specifically pink Coquette clothing. But I have found that it's much easier to find pieces that I'm looking for when I straight type the brand into the search. So for example, in Vinted, I would search Lace Made, and I find Lace Made dresses, corsets, everything. Or Angel Rouge, and ta-da, there it is. Of course, not every brand is going to be on Vinted, for example, but there's a great chance you'll find some beautiful pieces for a more affordable price. You just might have to be a little patient, because of course they're not going to have everything on there. Fourth, I would recommend finding your staple pieces. Just find the things that you need the most, like the things that you want to build most of your outfits around. It can be like a little pink skirt and a little pink top, and that would be like your base, and then you would like accessorize with things to make it a little bit cuter. Those staple pieces are going to last you forever, and they're going to be the pieces that you use the most in your outfits. And I promise you, you can do so many different combinations by just having the few staple pieces in your closet. Then we go into my fifth point, which would be that accessories really do make the biggest difference. Like, you can have a pretty basic outfit like I do now, and then you can accessorize with a little necklace and a little bow, and then maybe like arm warmers to make it a little bit more cuter, a little bit more princessy, girly, whatever. You can find accessories like leg warmers on Vinted as well. Like, I wish I knew that just by having accessories I can make any outfit so much more cuter. Accessories are also not that expensive, so usually it's easier to start making your outfits a little bit more interesting through accessories. My last and sixth piece of advice would be to have patience and plan ahead. I'm just going to be honest right here. it's not going to happen overnight. Your collection is not going to be going from 0 to 100 overnight, and that's fine. Unless you're like really rich and can buy anything you want to in the snap of your fingers, it's going to take a little time to have the collection of your dreams, and it's fine. It's okay. When you have your list of brands, you can even have a list of items that you think are cute. You can plan that, okay, this month my collection is going to have this dress or this piece of clothing or this accessory. And with a little bit of planning, you can make it possible to have your dream collection eventually. And I want to encourage you that it is very much possible to have your dream collection of cute Coquette things. You just have to make it a priority that you actually want to have all these things in your life, because if you are just spending your money on whatever and not prioritizing the pink items, then of course you're not probably going to be able to afford them. Same goes for everything. No matter what you want to save for, you need to make consistent effort on planning that this is what I want to afford to. But I really want to emphasize still that it is very much possible to have the collection of your dreams, and I really wish that you will have all the dreamy princess dresses that you wish to have. I hope this advice is even a little bit helpful, and that's all that I had for you. Thank you so much for being part of my little princess dreams, and I'll see you some other day. Bye!